Have you ever wondered what happens when every truth you believe suddenly breaks apart? When the people you trusted reveal a hidden face, and when the love you thought you understood becomes something deeper, heavier, and more painful. This is the story of that moment for Qingyue. It began with a shocking transformation. Xian finally shed the disguise of Jiang. His real appearance returned, calm yet cruel. Like someone who had been waiting for a long time, he admitted everything without fear, every scheme, every hidden blade, every twisted path, all of it was his own work, and the reason behind his plan was even colder. He wanted to kill Jiang with his own hands, but Jiang was someone born to shine with the sun and moon, someone impossible to hurt by normal means unless the person striking was Qingyue. In that moment, Qingyue felt something in her chest crack. She had been treated like a chess piece, a pawn used again and again. Her anger rose, burning without restraint, but she still needed answers about Qingyue, the man whose death had haunted her heart, the friend she thought was slain by Qingyue. And then the truth came like thunder. Qingyue was never killed by Qingyue, he was only scolded and warned never to enter the 9 heavens. But the danger was not Qingyue. The danger arrived after Xian appeared from the shadows. He killed Qingyue with his own hands, a twist of fate created by cruelty and calculation. Qingyue felt her vision blur with fury. She wanted to kill Xian right there, but when she raised her hand, a quiet voice stopped her. It was Jiang, his tone soft, yet filled with meaning, and from his words, Qingyue finally understood another truth hidden beneath all pain. Before Qingyue died, he cast a life-binding curse on Jiang. Their lives were tied together. If Xian died, then Jiang would die as well, Qingyue thought. This trick would trap them, Qingyue, and Jiang would hesitate to kill Xian, and he could escape punishment. But Jiang was no ordinary person. She had a way to break the curse. She made a plan. She subdued Xian first, then told Qingyue to strike the final blow. Qingyue lifted her blade, yet her hands trembled. The shadow of the curse still frightened her. She worried that killing Xian would doom someone else. Jiang gently comforted her. She said the curse had been solved, her tone calm and reassuring. But Xian suddenly laughed, and his laughter cut the air like ice. He revealed a devastating truth. The curse was not removed, it was transferred onto Jiang. Now, if Xian died, Jiang would also fall. Qingyue froze in terror. Her blade shook. She could not make the choice, and just when she struggled, Xian opened another sealed memory. He told her the truth behind the 10 years won by Jiang. Sealed Qingyue's power. Qingyue once tried to slay a drought dragon for the world. The heavens wanted to punish her severely, but Jiang stepped forward. She took the punishment. Instead, she sealed Qingyue's power to protect her and endured 10 years of heavenly torture alone. This truth struck Qingyue harder than any wound. Her breath broke. Her heart felt pulled in every direction. She suddenly understood how much Jiang had borne in. Silent, she looked at Jiang and saw the exhaustion in her eyes, a soul torn apart by pain, a body still standing only because of stubborn love. How could she kill Xian now? How could she risk Jiang's life before she could decide? Jiang stepped forward. She tried to kill Xian herself. But the situation spun out of control. Xiao Jingshan escaped, and Bai Juicy was caught in a violent backlash from the formation. Her spirit was ripped open, her consciousness shattered, she collapsed. Unmoving, even Li Mo, the healer famous throughout the realm, could not save her. He said she was walking on the edge of life and death. Her will to die was the strong. Her soul to wounded. The entire 9 heavens felt like it trembled. Xiao Jingshan was missing. Bai Juicy, the strongest among them, was dying. Who would defend the world now with chaos rising? King to step forward. He told Li Qingyue to stay temporarily at the Thunder Hall. She needed to hold things together. Meanwhile, Fan Linger was drowning. In despair, she had lost her powers. Her pride was shattered. She refused food, refused comfort, refused the world itself. Fan Jiao tried to stop Li Qingyue from taking Fan Linger away. He thought he was protecting her, but he never understood her pain, the wound she carried since childhood, the expectations that pressed on her, the silent suffering. Li Qingyue knew she needed a new home. A place that would not crush her, so she took her to Jiang's sect. She brought her away from the shadows at the sect. Jiang Xuan was falling apart with guilt. She refused to eat, her body weak, her spirit empty. Li Qingyue visited her with warm dishes. She encouraged Jiang Xuan to accompany Fan Linger. Both of them were lost souls. Both had been hurt by fate. Both needed someone who understood. And slowly, the 2 broken hearts began to heal. Their shared pain became a bridge. Their suffering gave them connection. Just when things seemed to settle, a disciple rushed in with urgent news. Bai Juicy had appeared. Li Qingyue hurried out, expecting either hope or despair, but the sight in front of her stunned her completely. Bai Juicy stood there looking empty, her eyes blank like a newborn's. Her steps unsure. When she saw Li Qingyue, she suddenly rushed forward and hugged her tightly. Everyone around froze. Li Qingyue felt her world tilt. What was happening? The truth arrived like a quiet storm. Bai Juicy had lost all her memories. Everything was gone. The battles, the pain, the history. Only one feeling remained: find my wife. Li Qingyue first thought she was pretending, but came to explain sincerely the injuries had wiped her memory. This was real. This was all she had left. He begged Li Qingyue to stay with her, to help her recover, to give her a reason to live. While Li Qingyue tried to understand this new reality, Fan Linger and Jiang Xuan were also moving toward healing. 2 girls who once stood on opposite sides now sat together as companions in pain, helping each other recover from the wreckage of fate. Their lives have been cracked open by suffering, but the cracks let the light enter through these wounds. They learned strength through loss. They learned compassion, and as the storm settled, every character stood in a new place. On the chessboard of destiny, some broken, some reborn, some lost, some finally found, but the story did not end here, because fate had already prepared the next trial, and the biggest question remained. What will happen when Bai Juicy regains her memories and remembers all the pain she tried to forget? Will love still survive, or will everything collapse again?